To stay informed and engaged, tune into Around South Sudan and be part of the conversation that matters. Subscribe now and join us for the stories that connect us all. Together, let's explore the heart of South Sudan. Welcome to Around South Sudan. You go to podcast for the stories that shape our
welcome to Around South Sudan podcast, where we bring you current affairs, politics, economy, agriculture, education, health, climate change, among many others. My name is Emmanuel Joseph Akile, and I'm today sitting in for my colleague Lasuba Memo. So today we are going to talk about the state of education here in South Sudan after the results of Senior 4 was officially announced on Wednesday. So the recent exam results have once again highlighted a significant disparity in performance, with private schools consistently outperforming their public counterparts. So this trend raises important questions about the state of our education system. So today we will have a frank and concrete conversation about why this gap exists and what can be done to bridge it. So I'm happy to be joined live in the studio here today by three guests. Mustafa Burma, who's the head teacher of New Palace Secondary School here in Juba. It's good to have you with us today for the first time. He's on my right side, and of course we have Jamie Satem, who's the news editor of iRadio and a former teacher of a private school here in Juba. And of course, right in front of me, Kong Pal Chang, iRadio station manager and program manager. He's also a current affairs analyst. Gentlemen, it's good to have all of you with us here today. Welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank
you. Now let me start with our guest, Burma. Burma, now the recent exam results show a clear disparity, really, between private and public school performance. So what is your immediate reaction to these results, and do they surprise you?
Yeah, for sure the result is surprising us, actually. The result is surprising us with the performance. Even though I did not go through all, but according to the number that the learners failed in the examination and also passed, it is shown there is something which is going on. In fact, I don't have much on that because I did not look into the details of the performance of the learners. Exactly, that is why I may not explain properly, but I'm ready to be answered some questions which is I may
later on
or something like that.
Right. So, but in general, how do you evaluate the results of this year compared to last year? I understand this year we had initially we had 50,000 students, but then 48 out of them sat for the exams. But it seems like this time around 11,000 have actually failed. So what do you make of all this as a teacher?
If 11 only the candidate that failed the examination, and when we look at the great total number, 56 or something like that.
It was around 50,000.
Yeah, I think this 48 or 46, I think this number is very great that passed the examination. And for the 11,000 or something, at 11,000, those who did not manage to pass the examination, I think that one it will be a different challenge. I think these people, they may have a different challenge. But according to my understanding, this number that passed the examination, I think that one is a great number. And that one is a good number that we can even help people according to my analysis or according to my research on that.
Right. And Atem, let me bring you in as a head teacher or someone who has the experience, now a journalist. What do you make of 2024 Senior 4 results?
2024 Senior 4 results have three significant issues, like you've highlighted. The disparities between government and private school. Clearly, the minister said government, and we have seen from the results, especially in the top 10, most of those candidates, the learners that came in the top 10, are all from private schools. The other thing that is also striking in this result is 8,000 girls could not sit for that exam last year. Those who sat for the CPE primary certificate of primary education in 2020 and were expected to sit for the secondary certificate last year did not. They missed out. They dropped out along the way. And then the 11,000. Okay, look, the number that was initially registered for the exam was above 50,000. But actually, the actual number that eventually sat for was around 48. So now 48 minus, minus 11,000. That would leave you with around almost 20 something, 26 or 20, let's say 20, or let's say 30, if it's 30 there. This is a huge number. According to me, it's a huge number, it's a huge disparity, and we'll continue to know why this number failed. But if I can remember, the minister said that number is a result of the effort by the government to tighten measures so that there is no malpractice. The malpractice that usually called mature. Everybody knows it like that. So probably there was less malpractice last year, and that is why that huge number failed. 11,000 out of 40 something, 48 is a huge number. The funny part is, which is also the interesting part, is these learners have already begun secondary education. I mean universities. Some of them, they have not joined universities, rather. They have not joined university, but now they will need to go back to high school to go and do the exam. And it's already August now. And the forms are not even out yet, as I understand the form for primary out, but this time has been wasted. If the result had come early enough, probably they would be in school now, reading, so that they will pass. I don't know what will be their future, what the government plans to do with them, but it's a tragedy. 11,000, and the result coming out in August, when they should have seen this one around February, or so that they can plan. If they need to change the school, they can change. If they need to travel outside, they can go and also try outside there. But now, I don't know, most of them are stuck. They're stuck. Yeah.
After actually nearly 8 months, of waiting. Kong, let me bring you in here. Let's have your perspective, your overall view on these results. What do you make of it, Kong?
The results itself, it communicates so many things to us, with the people of South Sudan, and also to the government. And it's good that the result was announced by the minister himself. When you look at the performance, you find out that the best states, or those states where people who perform better come from, is Central Equatoria and Jonglei. And it tell you what? It tell you education is development. That the only region that is connected with tarmac, because when you have good roads, development comes by itself. Why I'm saying that, you find out that people with money will build a school, private school. And also you will find out that there is job opportunity, and those families will take their children to better school. Those are the opportunity for people who live in places like Juba and, let me say, Bor, let me say Jonglei, because as you leave Juba, if you want to go to Jonglei, you use tarmac. And that's the only state, apart from Central Equatoria, that is connected with tarmac road. The rest, no roads at all, no tarmac road. Because the other tarmac road that is supposed to go to Bargazal ended in Terkeka. And then people may be wondering why I'm talking about roads. You see,
especially the issue of Nimule.
It gives you access to everything.
Yes.
It gives you access to everything. And so many things can come, being development, which including education. So you do not hear also other states being mentioned as, but I believe half of South Sudan, or maybe 3/4 of South Sudan, are living in Juba because of security, job, and all those things. Because
services,
a lot of challenge there's a lot of issues, maybe conflict and all happening outside Central Equatorial, maybe outside Juba. If you go to Upper Nile, there's ongoing conflict. You go to part of Jonglei, also remote area, you cannot reach them. You go to Pibora administrative area, the same. You go to other part, if you go to Unity State, it's underwater. Okay, so people has to move to where they get safe, they feel safe, and also have access to services. So that itself tell you that education also is connected with development. So when you look at the results and you see it's private school, because now we are talking about the private school overtaking the public school,
yes.
It's because a little attention, or the government has actually made public school collapse. Actually, I can say the education in public school has collapsed because the teachers are not there. Nobody's teaching them. Nobody's held accountable. There's no what we call budget, a good budget for this public school. When you look at the, it's not actually Minister of Education alone, even others institutions. So anything to do with the government is just in a process of, I can describe as is on ICU. So that's why you see the public school did not perform well, because even the teachers in public school made a move also to private school. The best teachers who could teach in this public school, because they are not paid, they resort to go to do others to do teaching in private school.
Right.
That's how I look at things. So there's a change, like the education, until we make some change or the government take it seriously. This will not change. Private school will continue dominating, and if we were to be in a country where Parliament held the executive accountable, this is where now the Parliament can summon the executive and say, why are you neglecting public school, where the children of people who cannot afford to pay enough money for the kids in private school. It's the role of Parliament now to question why there's no, why are we not seeing public school, or why public school are underperformed compared to private school.
Right.
They need an explanation from the minister, and the minister has to present his issue, his challenge, so that the executive, the Parliament also find a solution to the challenge the public school are facing. I would love to hear that they summon the minister to really tell us why the public school has not performed well. And this is what happened in other countries. In Kenya, you can see, or in Uganda and other countries, you can see the minister is summoned for why you neglect the public school.
But they continue to say they are being underfunded, even though during the time of Wood, I remember, there was a time where the budget was passed, and I personally interviewed her, and there was an improvement or increment of the budget. But it also boils down to the finance ministry not releasing the budget to the ministry. Don't you think this is also not only the Minister of Education to be blamed, but also other institutions? For instance, the institution that is in charge of releasing the money to the ministry. If the money is not released, the ministry cannot do anything.
I remember during parliamentary sitting, one of the MP raised the issue of they need to summon the Minister of Education to explain why they delayed the results. And they said, I remember the MP also said, we need also to hear from the Minister of Finance, because the Minister of Education always said the money, the budget has not been released. There's no money for them, so they cannot do the work. So I think, yes, the Parliament also need to hear from the Minister of Finance why are they releasing the money to the Minister of Education. Why they need to explain, because we are seeing the Revenue Authority announcing a good number of amount of money that is collected
within a few weeks.
Yes. So this need to be answered.
Yes. Mustafa, let me bring you in here. He talked about public school and private school, and now you are heading a private school, but you also have experience with public school. Share with us the how would you compare the two, and what made you actually what make you focus more on private school rather than public schools, or maybe if you're volunteering or not? And what factors do you think contribute to the strong performance of students in private schools like yours?
Actually, what I want to put across, what makes the schools be strong are the teachers. Because teachers, we call them teachers that are living curriculums. And the same name that sometimes also we may call them teachers are drivers. But sometimes when someone is not comfortable, he will not drive well. And education, it is like the same like the driver of the vehicle. And if he's not satisfied, he will not be able to drive. What I also want to just to bring into the attention, it is only sometimes you find a teacher is teaching and he's not comfortable in teaching.
It's not motivating.
Yeah, and motivation, it is not in time. And for instance, the salary, it is not in time. That is why you find there is a problem in government schools or this one, public schools, for instance. This is why you find the challenge, which is this is the only challenge that I'm seeing as I'm teaching in the government in schools, volunteer myself there, working with them. But when we look at the private schools, they work basic on what is now being released. You find it also, we look into the teachers, the government teachers also are working in private schools, because there is things there in cash in time. When there is cash in time that can help your children there, you will find someone is now focusing there and commit himself in that work. So later on, when you finish your time, and then you will be given the thing is in time. That is why you find these people are very strong. And then another thing, you look at the administration of the secondary school or private schools. They have evaluation. You work basic. If you don't work properly, people they will stopping you from the work, for instance, and they will stop the person. This is why you will find the school is totally very strong sometimes, basic on the teachers, because they make when you look at the curriculum itself, you find the book. And the private schools, they will instruct the teachers, I need this syllabus to be complete within the period of second term. And you will find the evaluation is there thoroughly. And when the evaluation is done, you will find the teachers ending of a second term, you will find most of them, they have completed already the topics. And then what make also the learners to be strong, revision. You make a revision to the learners. The learners, because teachers are being motivated well, their work also to revise for the learners well. After done the revision, they will go to the first papers. You will introducing the first papers from 2017-18 up to 2022. You will find you are examining these learners, and the teacher is now the head of the department, as the head teacher is evaluating these teachers seriously. Also, they have to commit themselves. You will find the learners already when the examination is now almost on process. You will find the learners are ready. They are ready, because the thing is being budgeting in time. Those teachers, they are ready to when the money is there, they are ready to deliver their services well. And when the money is not there, you find no one will work there properly, because basic on also the money. Because you will find the time in public schools sometimes when someone comes late, even to ask the teacher why you are coming late is a problem, because when you ask, you will tell you, I have how many months I did not receive the salary, and you are asking me also.
Sometimes they don't even report to the schools.
Yeah, sometimes also the reporting in the school also is sometimes that one, it will not be too much matter, but sometimes we will find someone in the school but he doesn't take his own lessons in time also. That's why you will find the gaps there. But when there is evaluation in the work, you will find the work will be done in a good manner. But when there is no evaluation, then in another private schools, you will find the screening of the learners is there, especially like senior for those who are going for national examination. During registration, you will register the learners, and then you're calling their parents and then putting them down, and you will be having a meeting with them, and then telling them that this candidate, they are going to sit for the examination. And by the end of the second term, we are going to screen these learners. Anyone pass the screen examination, this person is qualified to sit the national examination. And anyone who failed that screen, this person at least should be taken back to senior 3 to repeat the class, so that when he becomes qualified, then when he is going for a national examination, the learner is ready. But sometimes when we don't screen the learners,
This is in public.
yeah, in public, when we don't screen the learners, you will find the learners are not strong. They are not strong enough. Like in my school that I'm teaching in primary section, we do making compulsory screen. The screen must be there. Those who are good, we leave them for the registration for the national examination. Those who are a bit weak, we tell their parents these learners are weak, they should take 1 year more, so that they have to do. It is exactly the examination that we are offering them. The nature of the examination, of the national examination, is going to be occurred the same like that. That is why sometimes the parents, they may allow that when they have accepted, we make those things, and then for those who fail, we take them, for instance, to class 7. Those who fail the examination, we tell them that they have to repeat successfully. But sometimes we find those who rejecting to repeat, and then we will not even having much to talk to them again. You will find that they will be going to the another school. And while these learners already, they have no qualification of what? Sitting in the national examination. That is why when sometimes we find them, they are sitting in national examination, we will find them, they are going to fail the examination. Because the solution is people to make all examination, evaluation, and making screen to the learner the way we are doing. I think the learners will be better.
Right.
Yeah, and sometimes you find the learners, they are escaping the classes. This is also the causes of what? Of making the learners not to performing well in national exam.
Right, and those might be could be one of the reasons why we had like 11,000 students failing. Yes. Now, Atem, with your experience as a former head teacher, and from your perspective, now a journalist, of course, what do you think are the some of the significant, most significant, let's say, challenges facing public schools today? I understand Burna mentioned some of them, but based on your experience, can you add more to that? Yeah.
Thank you very much. What Burma said, correct, and I would like to also bring it to your attention that most of these private schools that appeared in the top 10, most of them have boarding schools, so they are boarding for their candidates. So I have seen that consistently, especially this Darling Wisdom. Now we have Amazing Grace, and some other schools like Juba Diocese, and the other one that appeared in the top 10. They are boarding, which most government schools, I don't know if there is any that has a boarding, do not have. So which means this period where they are in boarding, I think the learners are coached, closely monitored. They are asked to revise thoroughly. They are given past papers, like you said, past papers from 2016, 2017, the rest of the years, and then they do it. Like if you do something repeatedly, you become used to it. So when that exam comes, it comes normal. And also, private schools are more organized than the public schools. That is to say, that is not to say. The administration or management of public school is not well organized due to the fact such as the untimely, like not on time payment of school fees for teachers. In a private school, previously in my school, you'll see all the teachers for all the subjects are available, and they are there on time all the time because they have signed a contract with the school. They will be evaluated at the end of the term. Maybe if they are evaluated weekly or monthly, then there is evaluation. They are evaluated when you are not performing well, you will be fired, and then you get a new teacher who will do the job. And the money comes on time. So like the organization, even when you go, if you go to a school like Darling Wisdom, you see even the learners, the way they talk, even the kind of language they speak, the way, like even the culture. If you see the learners interacting, debating, you can see most, you have even noticed this inter-school debate that are around here organized. It mostly private schools, and you wonder what happened. We have Juba Day Secondary School, we have Juba Commercial, we have Supiri. Why are they not competing in this? How come they don't have some of the best speakers? Even I read you has done interviews with some learners.
Maybe having clubs or something like that for the students.
Yes, that is it, because the environment where they are does not encourage that kind of culture. Probably. Yeah, the other issue is, like you said, most of the government teachers, are the one teaching in private school because they are well qualified. They are well qualified. So they also, as they teach in public school, they also go and teach in private school. And in private school, they will not be allowed much time outside. They will have to complete their work before they leave. By the time they leave to come now to give lesson in a public school, it will have been late. Some learners would have waited and they got interested because there is, you wait for a lesson. Sometimes you prepare. You read a topic that will be taught today, and then the teacher does not come on time. You will lose interest. By the time the teacher comes later, it will be very hard to bring that attention back.
So they prioritize the private schools?
Yes, because they're going to be paid at the end of the day properly, and they have children to take care of, they have family to take care of. They also have children to put to school that they are paying, but because the government salary delays. Also, the government salary is not much compared to the salary in private schools. Yeah, because obviously public school don't charge school fees. They don't charge school fees. So these are the challenges that are in public school, and private school are now taking over. Private and community school, and also faith-based school are better off than the public schools.
Right. Kong, let me bring you in. Earlier we talked about some of the challenges, but let's dive deep into that. And the Ministry of Finance recently cited financial constraints as a result for the delays in the results. So how do such delays and other funding issues really impact the morale of students, teachers, and even parents as we speak?
This is the big challenge, and that's why you see the performance of the public school. And and also it's an issue of priority. What is a priority for the government? Because we are talking about, you have seen most of when you look at the budget, it goes to security, okay? Because the government prioritize peace, that want to make sure that it secure the country. But securing a country that has no future also is like you are doing nothing. Because these children, some years to come, they'll replace the current leaders as the leader of this country. So education is everything. For you also, with this continuous conflict and insecurity in the country, the instability that is on, you hear youth are blamed, especially youth in remote area. Why? Because there's element of lack of education. Because if they are educated, they will know what is right and what is wrong. This issue of cultural, where you are celebrated because you rated your neighbor cattle, may not be there. So if you really prioritize education as a government, then you are solving a problem that will continue coming back, recurring. So you are trying to focus. When you prioritize education, then in the long run, you will minimize the problem. Because these people will be educated. And these young ones, when they are educated, when they grow up, then they will not be focusing on cattle raiding. They will be focusing on building themselves, being leaders, also being part of a nation building. And taking the responsibility as a good citizen of this country. But if you fail to prioritize education, then the people will continue being illiterate, and the politician will take advantage of them, of asking them to fight their neighbors because of ABCD, and use them even during election. So it's a big mistake. I feel like we are making a big mistake as a country if we don't prioritize education, because these private schools are few, and those who are going there are those who have money. And how many people are having money? So I feel like no matter how the challenge we are facing in the economy, we are paying tax. There are those who are paying tax. Even business are paying tax. That's why you see there's a lot of money. We have little money from the... It's a matter of prioritizing and also planning for the country. Otherwise, we are doomed, and this problem will continue recurring again.
Right.
So that should be the focus. Prioritizing education is the most important thing.
Right. Burma, I want to ask you the same questions, and Atem, I'll bring you in later. Now with this delay, nearly 8 months, describe to us whether the students were they complaining to you in the schools, to the parents, the morale of teachers. How did you handle it? And the issue of the delay of releasing the results, has it in one way or another affected or disrupted the overall operations of the school?
What I want to thank you for the channels also. In fact, this delay, it is not in a right way. At least we need when the examination being conducted like this, at least something to do with the 2 to 3 months. The examination should be in the right position, especially like kind of senior form. Like most of them, those if, for instance, if they manage successfully, I'm sure that we will be having a scholarship outside. Like now, if to have a scholarship at this time, I'm sure that the chance of the scholarship, unless they have to
Wait for
the beginning.
waiting for the new year, that one totally it will not help the country. But we are suggesting at least these people, they should make things in time. At least after finishing examination 2 months, the examination should be, the result should be released, or maximum 2 months to 3 months. When the result be released, we will be having students who are supposed to be going for scholarship. This is what I want to be basic on it. For the learners also, when they fail examination, they will be having interest. I know it is not their interest to fail the examination, but they will be having interest to come back and they study properly. Also, they sit for the second time, so that this way they will be able to pass their examination, so that they are also thinking about also for the scholarship. You know, learners are also, most of them are thinking about the scholarship also. When someone doesn't go through, you will find also he will come back again to come and sit for the examination. But all in all, the 8 months that it has been wasted, for instance, we are still asking these learners, it will be better with this candidate to come back. They will be still having more chances, but they will be exhausted. So the thing is, it will not be giving them time, because when we look at now, this is the ending of August. It means we will be preparing again for the examination. We don't know, maybe examination is going to be December or November, something like that, for the senior form. So if to give them a bit chance, something to look like a 5 to 6 months, they will be gaining momentum properly and struggling. This time they have to pass their examination. So that is now also the delayment. Even the delayment has a disadvantage here. Now the learners to come back now, it will be really very, very difficult. Some of them, because of the financial, some of them they will not come back because of the financial. But those who are having money, good money, also they will be coming back and resit again. It means it will be good for those who are having money. They will be coming back. But for those who doesn't have money, it will be very hard for them to come back and sit for the examination. This is only the thing that I may just trying to
Right, Atem, if you can add something on that, and also especially to ensure that this does not happen next time. And I remember Johnson Reg, who's visually impaired from Bor private secondary school, which is public school, this morning he was really appealing to the government. What happened to them should not happen to the next candidates. So how can this holistically be addressed? And since it's very important to prioritize education, yes, security is important, but it's education, equally education is also important, like Kong mentioned. So come in.
Thank you. You see, I was a head teacher, and all these learners that sat the 50,000 that filled the form for the exam, all of them paid the money, examination fees to the National Examination Council. There is a specific amount that each candidate contribute, and all this money is paid there. There is no excuse. All of it is paid. No school failed to pay and then their candidate sit. It does not happen. Now it's about managing that money. What does the National Examination Council use that money for? How does it manage it? For example, people who evaluated these exams, some of them have not. In some state, if the state have received, have not paid. Have not been paid. Yes, have not been paid up to this time. Those who evaluated the exam, and the exam ended up being late. But the money they collected last year is they arrived at that amount, knowing that this is what will cater for the transportation of the exam to the centers, and then the transportation back and distribution to the state, and when they will be brought back to Juba, and then when this exam will be also marked and compiled and then announced. They have prepared the budget before they came out with that amount. That money was collected, all the school collected, all the candidates. In fact, those who did not pay that money did not sit last year, I'm quite sure, I'm very sure, did not sit last year for that exam. The other thing is, now the government says education, they have a policy of free education.
Free and compulsory even.
Free and compulsory education for primary and secondary, I think, general education. So, but how free is it if when you're charging this money and then the exam delays? The only thing that is free here is the teachers in public school that are teaching almost for free. Yes, these are the people sacrificing on behalf of the learners, but the government is not sacrificing. Clearly, the government hasn't sacrificed for the learners or for the citizen that has come with a policy of free education. It hasn't sacrificed that. Because, like Mr. Kong said, the priority of the government has been the security. But they have had huge foreign trips outside. How much do they spend on that foreign trip? We never know that. But that part of it could help address this challenge of the exam. So this is a huge challenge. I can put myself in the shoes of those who failed now. The trauma they are going through, the shame that they have brought to their parents. After waiting for 8 months, their parents were disappointed that they never succeeded. Now the issue is now, these parents will not even, because of the economic crisis, the way things are right now, the parent may decide not to send this kid back to school, say, you're going to waste my money. How could you fail? Some of them had, maybe the uncle is sponsoring them for the first time since they started school and said, I'm going to pay for your senior final fees. And now they have failed. So it's going to be very, very, very difficult. And most of them are missing out on a scholarship, like you said. Clearly, the Ministry of Higher Education said it sometimes back. I think we covered that story when they said the delay of the results is causing many of the students to miss out on education. You see, Egypt give us take a number of candidates number of students from South Sudan yearly. The same to Ethiopia, the same to India, China, and the rest of the countries. Okay, and most of these scholarships come through the government. So now, how does the government give this scholarship? Do you tell the one who gives the scholarship, you wait, my students are not ready? Of course not. Yeah, they may change their mind. Of course, they may change their mind. So this is the challenge. The policy of government saying free education, maybe they need to change it, and they need to change the policy and maybe privatize the school or ask the parent to be paying school fees for them to address this. Coming to your question about what they do, let me add. we have understood. Today we ran a story. The National Examination Council has increased the registration fee for PA now. I think it was around 25,000 last year, Mr. Obama.
Yeah.
But now it has been increased to 120 for private school and 80,000 for public schools. These public schools don't even, I don't know if they pay a school fees that goes after that. And now the National Examination Council is asking
For
this.
registration?
Yes. For you to fill that form, for your name to have the index, and so that you can see at the end of the day, this is the money each and every candidate this is going to pay. Whoever fails it is not going to sit
for the exams.
for exam. Sometimes the school sacrifice. I was talking with Burma earlier on, and he said there are so many learners that he allowed to fill the form because he has seen their condition. The parents were not able to do that. So he told the Basa, please cover that. Let them sit. We'll wait next year, maybe they will come. Now with this disappointment, if one of them or some of them, Mr. Burma help, failed, will the parent actually accept to pay that? Will the parent may not pay that because the child has failed at the end of the day. So with this increment that we have seen from the National Examination Council, I hope this time they have calculated their budget very well, that it's going to cover it. Because now if it is 120 for each learner in private school, that is for primary. I'm quite sure last year we had around 60-something thousand learners that sat in primary. This year it's going to be close to, because it increased yearly, going to be close to 70 or something like that. That is it. Multiply by that. That is going to be good money. Good money.
And yet
at the end of the day it's going to delay. Yeah, even the one for primary delayed. They came in around March when they should have come before February, because the school opened in February. Most of these learners even joined the secondary school before the results. Before they saw the result. And most of them were accepted. But now they were shocked later on when they discovered when some of them failed, because some failed in that exam. So this is the challenge. The National Examination Council is to blame entirely for this. They can excuse that the Ministry of Finance has not released the money in time. But how did you prepare your budget? And what was all this time from, even the marking was done recently. Marking was done recently. Is there no way that you can have a dialogue between the two ministries on how to prioritize this? Is there no way so that they are given the money? If the security can receive the transfers on time, why can the National Examination Council receive their transfers on time? In fact, they bring in money. They are not like other government institutions that is spent, especially the defense, just spend. They don't bring in money. So that is the challenge. With this increment, I hope this time they have calculated very well. And also the parents, the teachers, I'm not held them accountable. You heard the minister apologize the other day that they are sorry for this. But there is no accountability. Apologizing is not, it's not accountability. It's not accountability. They have not come out to really explain. If the Ministry of Finance was refusing to release the money, why was this one not announced? And why the parents and the teachers, the PTAs in the school, the teachers in the school did not question the Minister of Finance? Should be questioned. It should be taken to Parliament. Then he's asked, why do you refuse to release the money for the marking and the release of the examination? Yet there was money paid for this. Yeah.
Yes, very interesting. Now, Kong, as an analyst, what policy or systemic issues do you really see that need to be addressed to improve the overall quality of public education? Whether it is primarily issue of funding problem, or do you think there is need for deeper structural issues at play here?
What is happening with the education sector generally, if we talk about the primary and secondary school, is accountability. And I like the way Atem brought it in the issue of registration, the money that was registered. And if you look, I've just did a calculation, like for example, if this year we are going to have senior primary 8 pupils, which will be like 60,000 of them to be sitting for and then you talk about for public school is 80,000 SSP. So I just do that as a standard. I forgot about private school. So 80,000, or you can put it 90,000 as a standard for all. So but I calculated as 60,000 times 80,000, 6,000 pupils times 80,000 each. So it's about 5 billions SSP. So once they get that money, where does it go? So it's a question of accountability now. Does it go to account of the Minister of Finance, or it goes to National Revenue Authority? Where does it go? This is the question, and this is where we start. For example, when the minister said, when the minister apologized, was he apologizing because he's supposed to explain? He said it will never happen again.
But what?
Does it mean this time the money they will collect, there will be accountability? They will put it in somewhere where, in an account where somebody or nobody will have access to that money? Because we are not saying also maybe somebody must have used that money for put them in his pocket and all those, but there must be accountability in that case, because when you pay, you want to know what are you paying for. And here we had some time back when Awood was there has been a big problem where Awood actually was on the neck of public school administrations, where they said no child should pay. And some school were like, okay, if they don't pay, give us the money. Okay, give us the money. So I think the ministry need to sit down and see, because the parent can pay. If you come up with a clear policy that we are going through a lot as a country, and here is what we are putting on the table for you, the parent. If you want your children to get quality education, at the same time get their results and perform better and motivate the teachers, they can put something just as a short-term solution to the current problem we are in. The other thing also, we need our parliament to actually, they are parent, all of us we are parent. I believe even if there's the current situation we are in, you are not only paying for your children, even some of us pay for distant relative. Okay, even some people whom you don't know, somebody will walk to you and say, look, can you give me this amount of money, I want to go and pay. Like somebody, when they see you, maybe they see you working and they build this relationship with you like family, relative, and friend, and all those things. Somebody can approach you, help him with this. And if you have it, you give it out. Like for me, about 2 or 3 children from my family, brother and cousin, I pay. So we want to know also, we cannot just be paying without being, we want to know where that money is going.
The results.
So the best thing to be done is for the minister to sit down. If they mean it, this thing will not happen again, let them sit down and see where the problem was. Okay, so that it does not happen. I want also the parliament to take the oversight role. Okay, you know, they should not sit there because they are brought by their party. These children they are their children. I think many of them have children. Many of them are supporting so many children. So why should you pay that amount of money without, that is your responsibility as a leader to also ask. They should not be sent to research because every year they go for research, January or February?
Yeah, around December.
Around December.
6 months.
Yeah, and that's where they should address such issue, that this thing should not happen. Like, for example, before they go for research, they make sure that the Minister of General Education presented this plan. Say, look, this is the money I have, I will do this, I will do this. Or like, this is my plan, so that thing does not happen again. Those are the things that, as a government, we should not wait for the whole executive or the president himself to come in and say, let's do this.
Right.
Wherever you are, even us as a media, we should also bring those things out, like Atem just said. We should ask, where are this money? We need to host the minister himself and tell him, people are paying this amount of money. Like, for example, I've just done a calculation. Where will these 5 billions go to? How will you spend that money? It's the role of the media to make sure that the minister himself tell the public, because through media is speaking to the people, to the parents.
Yes.
That should be the way.
Right, and the current minister is also media friendly, so I think we have to take it up also to ensure that we follow up these such stories. Burma, you earlier talked about the welfare of teachers, the issue of incentives, motivation, among many others. But now, how can we all better equip and also retain qualified teachers in public schools? What do you think can be done?
Thank you for the chance. What seeing what will be making people to be the best, or the teachers to be the best in the public schools. At least the government also put their hands in the services of the teachers, so that they have to able to deliver the good services. So that also they have to raise this generation, because these learners are suffering. Like what I'm seeing also in government schools, you find a learner even nothing today to eat, and sometimes when he's going for national examination, he may come and ask, teacher, you may help me so that I have to sit my examination. You will find a parent, he has a problem, and also a learner has a problem. It means this one, it is needed government also to help the teachers to make the salary at least to be in the place or in time, so that they have to build this the young generation here. They have to raise them up. So this is what will be the best solution there also, and then also the teachers. For the teacher to be taken to the high institution for training. When they have been trained well, also they will be able to deliver very good services also. Yeah, we have some of them are being trained, and we have at least some of them are with the 60 years. It means if people reaching in 60 years, it means these people are almost for retirement, for instance. So it means they have to train the youth, so that they have to come and take off this thing. We are not telling them that they have to train these people, they should come and take these people out. No. And they should just come and support these government schools, so that they have to be very strong. Like now, what makes our schools to be strong, because we are most of us, the teachers who are there are Arabic departments. And for those who came from colleges like us also, they are now supporting these schools properly. Now the school now is not developing. This is what we want. This is also government to making it, to train these people, and also to recruit the youth. And they should recruit the youth, so that they have to work. And some people, even some teachers, when they see the teachers are working in the government school, and already this person is ready to help the government. Yeah, if the money is there, if the money is not there, this person is already committed himself to work for the government. It means also the government should have motivation, or should have an intention also to make this person to be happy also. At least they have to raise this generation. Actually, the generation in the schools are suffering. We have orphanage are there. Some of them are with the parents, but they find condition there is totally very high. But all in all, we are needy of the support of the government, so that they recruit more teachers. When the recruitment of the teachers should be more, even the country will be a bit, it will be in a very good standard. We have also in the private schools also, we have some teachers are not trained also. Also, government should train these people. We have some. They should offer the colleges for these people. And then like the countries who are sitting, I know in Sudan some years back, if you get a marks like this, you have to go direct to this college, and these people you divide.
Some college will not allow you to go to a certain.
They will not allow you. But now it is a choice for the learners. I want to study like this. That is why now education, when you go to the College of Education in Juba University now, you don't see people need education, because education there is no money. Even the parent,
the college of
your father or your mother will say you should not go for the education. If you go for the education, you will be the most poorest teacher. This is why the people are discouraging us. And sometimes also we find women they are looking the need of of the support. And if you are a teacher and you don't support these people, also they will find the quarreling there. They will say you have to come out, leave these issues of teaching
in government school.
You government school, you go to the private or you go to the NGOs. That is why you find most of the teachers now, those who are working with NGOs, most of them are teachers. And these people also, government should at least open their eyes so that they have to bring these people back and then they raise the generation up. So that the country is going to be strong if they bring the youth in. And also, these elders also needed to be changed. Not removing them, but they need to support. Like someone who is in 60 years is still a teacher in primary school or sometimes in secondary schools. And most of them sometimes also, most of them are Arabic departments. And it means if we need this education to be strong also, we need to recruit the youth with a strong...
Pay them well, motivate them.
With the strong education. English department also, they have to construct these schools.
Right.
So, thank you.
Right. We are running out of time. Very interesting conversations, and we have a number of questions, but we'll leave some of them for another day. Atiam, let me bring you in, and since this conversation here, we always have a solution-based conversation here, and let's look at the way forward from your point of view or a piece of message. What do you think now concrete steps should the Ministry of General Education take now to bridge the gap between private and public school performance? Yes.
All right, thank you once again. I think it should start from Parliament, like Mr. Kong suggested earlier. Should start from Parliament when the budget for this year, the 2025-2026 fiscal year, come out. We will see how serious the government is in its pledge to improve education and offer free education for learners in secondary and primary, especially in public schools. Clearly, the schools are underfunded. You see, when parliamentarians complain about their salary last time, their salary was increased. When the lecturers complain about their salary, it was increased. But the teachers, the doctors, and the soldiers have not seen their salary increase. So maybe the latest increment that was done, is it last year or years back, but it did not reach the increment that was done to the lawmakers. So it would start with the increment of the budget that is allocated to education sector, and then also accountability, and like Mr. Burma suggested, investing in young people so that they join public education system, because he said clearly most of the staff of public schools are elderly, 60 years old. A head teacher who is 60 years old, you see. And the kids do not see a head teacher of primary, 60 years old, and then you have a head teacher of a neighboring private school who is 30 or 20 something years old and is very energetic, all the time engaging with learners and all these things. You see, learners would want to go there because sometimes learners look at you. This elderly, they are good to give advice, give guidance, but then running a school is also hectic. You need to go for meeting, there is engagement with other schools. Sometimes you need to attend a debate to motivate the learners, but if you are elderly, you go to attend the debate, you will start sleeping because you're going to sit there for 3 hours, keeping quiet, wait for the learners, you see. So these are some of the things that will encourage the public school also, like maybe having boarding schools also. In public school, I'm quite sure they would equalize, increase the budget, pay the teachers properly, and kind of employ more energetic young people in the public school, and then there'll be a solution.
Yes, Kong, I would like you to add something on that, but also I want to add another question. Where do you think there is a role for public-private partnerships in improving South Sudan education system?
Yeah, that partnership will come in a way where the government, that is public school, formulate the policy, develop the curriculum, making sure that all school use that curriculum, because so that we get quality education. That was one area. The second area is that they can cooperate with private school in a way where some private school can partner with public school and support this public school, because they are well off, they have the money, so they also need to give back to the public, to the public. So, like he put it, the way it's done now, some public school teachers qualify. You said they are the most qualified. The teacher from public school are the most qualified, based on the recruitment and all those things. Then they are the one now who have moved to private school. So that one can need to be formalized. So how can the two, how can the public and the private school work together? They can work through that by providing skills to. They just can come up with a formula or a format where these teachers from public school who are already teaching there, how can they also come back and give and teach the way they are doing it? This is a local arrangement they are doing. You go and teach there, you come back. But how do you make that a policy that the two work together? Okay, that's one thing. You know, private school, like he put it, I don't know whether he supported some students or pupils to sit for exam from who are coming from poor background. So it's the role of private school also to make sure also they create room for those underprivileged children who cannot, whose parents cannot, but they can perform better. They also, it's a role of private school to make sure that there's a room for those children also, if they can perform better, to support them also, because this is their years. Of course, they are making business, but they need to return to the community. And I still go back to most of us, personally, me, I'm a product of public school. Public school, they are good. I know when I started my education. And I believe Kuyuk was a former teacher. He's a teacher by professional. He started his professional as a teacher. And I know he knows what it takes. And when he was appointed, I say personally that the Minister of General Education is in the right hand now. This person he's educationalist, as they call them. He will know how to reform, how to bring sanity to our education system with whatever he has. You know, money is nothing, but if you put policy in place, there are so many partners, and you can see there are so many partners. South Sudan is lucky to have partners. There are UNICEF, there's UNDP. I mean, there are so many organizations that support our public school. UNDP or some organization are there chipping in. For example, there are those organizations that are supporting girls to continue going to school. There are those organizations that are renovating schools, public school. That is good. That is good. There are those also who are supporting the training of teachers. Okay. There are those also who are coming in, developing curriculum, helping the Minister of General Education with curriculum.
That is providing food.
So there are so many. He can take advantage. He can work with these partners and do a reform. Slowly, we can be there.
Right. Burma, we have about 4 or 5 minutes, but I want to have a piece of advice from you. What would you say to parents and communities who want to see better future, better results for their children when it comes to those who are in public schools? What would you tell them?
Thank you for the chance also. In fact, what I want to say to the parents, actually on my side, I really appreciate the parents for making their commitment to supporting their children for the education that they are doing. In fact, we are really asking them that they should never give up for supporting the children. I know this is how their life is, and this is how also the challenges is. For those parents, those who are having their children, for instance, they have not managed to pass the examination, it is due to some problems or the learner or the children that are not ready for instance, for the national examination, they should not annoy from the children, but they have to give them the chance again for the second round. At least they have to double their efforts they set for the examination, so that they have to manage this time. This is my result to the parents and also to all entire the community, those who are around. People, at least they should do something good to the children. Teachers also, they should be commitment. The community should be there. I know there is a problem in the country, but we should double our efforts so that we work for this new generation, so that it is us to raise them up. No one from outside, from Kenya or from Uganda, to come and raise them. It is us to raise these brothers of ours or sisters. So this is what I want to just put across. I beg also to stop here and also wishing them all the best.
Right. Briefly, Tim, I want you to something like a way forward. You have experience with the PTA, Parents Teachers Association. How best can they also play their role collectively to ensure that education system is improved, rather than fighting? Sometimes you see teachers with the parents colliding or disagreeing, something of that kind. But then how can the PTA really play its role effectively to ensure that the education system is improved in the country?
PTA has a very important role in supporting the education, especially the opposite role that they do, formulating the policies that will improve the education of their children in particular school. But if there is an umbrella that bring them together to come as one voice, and then they go to the state ministry or education department at the county level, at the PAYAM level, or to the national ministry or national examination council, and also go and talk to the official on behalf of the parent, it would help. It would help. That will create a link now directly between the parents and then the policy makers, because the PTA is made up of teachers and then the parent. It can help if there was a mechanism like that. I'm not sure if it exists like that, because most PTAs only operate within the school. Yeah, but if there was something like that, it can help. Also, the government, those 11,000 who failed, if the Ministry of Education, the National Examination Council are serious, let them allow these learners to register this year for free. Those who failed, because their name can be tracked. Let them call them to register for free, and so that the parent will only pay the school fees to the school where they are studying, so that they can try again this time. Otherwise, it's a huge discouragement for them. Some of them now will not want to go back to school. It will be very difficult to convince them to go back to school. If the government really apologizes, if they know they made a mistake, this is a way
to rectify.
Yes, let them correct it like that. Let them allow this 11,000. Let them make it a statement, a policy that all that fail, because they already have their names, you guys will be allowed to sit. You will not pay examination fees that the National Examination Council is collecting currently. Thank you.
Right. Yes. Any last remarks briefly, Kong, before we wind up?
Yeah, I'll just say that education is everything, and people who educate people are important in our life. These are teachers. So we must make sure that like soldiers who are protecting our country, these people need to be motivated. The teachers need to be motivated, so they deliver a quality education to our children, and so that they are committed also to deliver what is expected from them. That's what I can add.
Right. Mustafa Burma, head teacher of New Palace Secondary School here in Juba. James Atem, former head teacher, of course.
Friendship Academy.
Friendship Academy. Yes, former head teacher, now news editor of iRadio. Kong Pal Chang, station manager and current affairs analyst. Thank you all, gentlemen, for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you. Dear viewer, that brings us to the end of Around South Sudan podcast for today. On behalf of the technical team, Awan Moses, Darlington Moses, my name is Emmanuel Joseph Akili. Do have a great weekend until we meet again next week.
We explore the most impactful headlines that are shaping the narrative in South Sudan. We delve into issues related to... Welcome to Around South Sudan. You go to podcast for the stories that shape our nation. Each week we explore the most impactful headlines that are shaping the narrative in South Sudan. We delve into issues related to national development, peace building, politics, culture and economics. To stay informed and engaged, tune into Around South Sudan and be part of the conversation that matters. Subscribe now and join us for the stories that connect us all. Together, let's explore the heart of South Sudan. Welcome to Around South